Hi everyone, it's Rabbi Briskin with a thought for Shabbat. This week's Torah portion is called Chaye Sarah, the life of Sarah. Interestingly, however, the portion begins with a description of Sarah's death. She was 127 years old when she died, and Abraham's first task is to find a burial plot for his beloved wife. This Torah portion is really about transitions. We discover the first natural transition, the natural death from one generation to the next, as Sarah dies at the beginning of this portion. And shortly after Abraham buries Sarah, he sets upon a new task of finding a suitable wife for his son Isaac. Abraham sends his servant Eliezer out to find a wife, which he does in the beautiful and strong and independent Rebekah. Eliezer finds her, brings her back to Isaac with her permission. They get married, and they begin the next generation, the second generation of our ancient Israelite brothers and sisters. Transitions are such an important part of our lives, our regular lives, our Jewish lives. One place where I see transition, especially from one generation to the next, is here in our ELC, our Early Learning Center. I was talking with a member of our congregation last week, the grandfather of one of our students, and was talking about just how beautiful it is to see his grandchild thrive in this environment. We have parents now, young parents who grew up on our religious school, became bar bat mitzvah here, whose sons or daughters are becoming bar bat mitzvah here in our sanctuary, as we mark the transition from one generation to the next. Judaism takes us through these life cycles, one life cycle event to the next, one season to the next. It's important to mark these days with joy, celebration, sometimes sorrow and remembrance, but to know that when one generation leaves, like when Sarah dies, a new generation comes in to take that place and continue to build upon the rich foundation that we've built. Thanks everyone, Shabbat Shalom. We'll see you at Shabbat services, especially as we honor our military veterans at this week in which we observed Veterans Day. We'll see you Friday night at 6:15. Shabbat Shalom.